McNeely's first novel, Ghost Horse, was winner of the 2014 Javal Press Novel Award. McNeely has received fellowships from the Dobie Fasano Program, the Wallace Stegner Program at Stanford University, and the National Endowment for the Arts. He currently teaches at Emerson College and the Stanford Online Writers Workshop. He will be teaching a workshop on revising fiction at the Writers League of Texas on Saturday, May 14th, which I'm sure you can ask him about. Thomas.
Thank you all for coming out this evening. I'm going to read the beginning of Ghost Horse, and so it shouldn't require any explanation. The novel moves between the adult and the child's worlds. It's about growing up in the 1970s in Houston. There are two child characters you'll be introduced to here in this passage, and as all children do, they have a view of the adult world too, which will come through hopefully in this passage. Last day of 5th grade, Houston, Texas, 1975, the time before Star Wars. A Queen of Peace, their piñatas and sugar cookies frosted unnatural pastel colors and too sweet fruit punch, mamas in sunglasses chatting with priests, white boys and brown boys making summer pacts. But this is no concern of theirs, of Alex Torres and Buddy Turner's, already hurrying home along the White Oak Bayou to Alex's house. It is Buddy's last day at Queen of Peace. Next year, he will go to a new school across the city where everyone is white. But he and Alex won't talk about this. They won't talk about what will happen when Buddy's father comes back at the end of the summer. They have known each other too long to talk about such things. They are hurrying home now, anxious to catch the 3 o'clock movie on Channel 13. In bare dirt yards along the bayou, dogs bark, pulling at ropes and chains, and Alex seems to fade, to disappear. Both of them, Alex and Buddy, have heard the story that the dog's owners teach them to bite Mexicans. A story that they know probably isn't true. And yet, Buddy can't help but feel glad that he himself will be safe. And as soon as he thinks this, he's ashamed. It has been like this since he found out about the new school, as if he is watching himself in a movie. The walls of Alex's room are covered with flattened out grocery bags, and on them drawings of turtles and gulls from the bayou itself, and mixed with these, rampaging across the city, as if they were just as real, monsters and vampires, robots and demons, leveling skyscrapers with jets of radioactive fire. To make the horse look real, Alex says, they will have to shoot hundreds, maybe thousands of drawings, each drawing filmed 6 frames, a third of a second of film. Day after day they have labored, Alex sketching 4 horses to a page, handing each page to Buddy to color and number. They don't go outside or watch the 3 o'clock movie, or even the cartoons that play on the far reaches of the UHF channels. Sometimes they forget to eat. Each day folds in on itself and vanishes, and all that is left are the drawings, messages from another world. At the end of each day, they take stock. How many seconds they have finished, what is yet to be done. They have a tripod, borrowed from Mr. Torres, and a desk lamp to light the drawings and backgrounds. They have the Super 8 camera and 5 yellow boxes of film. What they don't have, aside from a tape recorder and money to process the film, is a finished script. Maybe it's halfway done, maybe a third, but he isn't sure. Por qué no? Alex says. Alex paces, flicking a cinnamon candy against his teeth, glowering at Buddy, who sits at his desk. Buddy shrugs, concentrating on cutting out the day's drawings of the horse with an X-Acto knife. No tenemos más tiempo, Alex says. Buddy knows what Alex means, that next week he will start at the new school, but he doesn't want to think about that. He doesn't want to think about what will happen when his father comes back from Fort Polk. Lo haré, he says. I'll do it. Este es el gran momento, Alex says. Si hacemos un buen trabajo, nos mostrarán a los estudios. Entonces hacemos una película de verdad. This is what Alex always says. That if they can make a good enough short, the studios will give him a contract. But he has seen him on drawing jags before, but nothing like this. The edges of his fingernails are permanently black. On his right middle finger is a callus the size of a dime. Buddy doesn't know if he can believe what Alex says about the studios, but he knows that Alex's questions about the script are fake. Alex could make the movie himself. I'll do it, he says. Outside the room, the doorbell rings. Then come muffled sounds of Mr. Torres opening the front door and Buddy's mother's voice. Buddy imagines the scene in the living room. Mr. Torres, stocky, crew-cut, still wearing his work shirt and slacks from his office job with the city, smiling as stiffly as a mannequin, his eyes watchful, having nothing to do with his smile. His mother, her arms crossed over her white hospital uniform, her weary face beautiful, transformed, as it is not when she sees his father. Alex eyes him like Mr. Torres. Then he reaches past Buddy, opens a drawer, thumps a stack of paper on the desk, the drawings they've made that summer. Juegue la máquina, Alex says. Buddy hesitates, listening to his mother and Mr. Torres in the living room. They know about the movie, of course, though he wishes they didn't. He wants the movie to astonish, to annihilate, unfinished, under adult eyes. It is only childish. Ándale, Alex says. From under the bed, Buddy retrieves the black leather bag. Inside, among the 5 yellow boxes of film, 5 yellow boxes, 17 and a half minutes of film is the camera. A Super 800 Electro reads its metal plate. There are dials to record the length of film in meters and feet, dials to adjust shutter speed and widen or narrow the aperture to film indoors or out. He presses the trigger. Its sleek black metal feels powerful, irrefutable in his hands. Ándale, Alex says, mira. Alex presses down on the top of the stack of paper with one hand, holding up the other end with his fingertips, a flip book. Buddy uncaps the lens. The pages are dirty and smudged, ones he has seen 1,000 times. But in the camera's dark box, its square screen, what he sees is already different somehow, part of a story. In herky-jerky motion, as the pages blur past, the horse bursts from the ground, no more than a skeleton, his eyes edged red like glowing coals. His coat turns smooth, his wings fan out. He tosses his mane, striking lightning from his hooves, his eyes like quicksilver mirrors. It is not how Buddy remembers the horse he saw with his father at Fort Polk that summer, or even how he imagined it, and how he remembers and imagines the horse don't matter anymore. Alex raps the side of his head hard. Piensa en las cosas buenas, he said. That other crap is just crap. Just crap, Buddy says, knowing what he means. What he means is what Buddy told him will happen when his father comes back. What Alex means is the whole adult world. Buddy doesn't know if he can believe him.